What's up, good people? It's your boy DJ TheParkBoy, and I got a special guest right here with me. I have my boy Carnage 202. He's in the building.
Of course.
He's another representative for these good old Delta 8 products that I've been reviewing lately. And he's here to help me bring in a new review. He's actually brought in a new strand for me to try. I don't know if you want to go ahead and put it in the camera, show him.
So, niggas got the strawberry call from Kush Kollectiv today. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is real potent. This is what got me on the Delta 8 in the first place. So, seeing as how I know you smoke mostly weed most of the time, like, I was like, well, I might as well get your reaction on it, because this is pretty much what made me cross over from weed to Delta 8.
Now, he's told me that this is pretty much the I guess what you would say the bee's knees when it comes to Delta 8. Some strawberry cough.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into trying it. It's already been pre-rolled. So I'm gonna save y'all some time this time and already had a product ready to go.
And if you're looking for my channel, you already know what to do. Whether it's a dab, a doobie, a blunt, a pipe, a bong, whatever it is you smoke, we getting ready to fire that boy up, man.
I'm gonna make sure I link everything for his page in here for y'all, so y'all know to go follow his page. He has so many review videos, you know. He didn't help me get into the review game.
I be doing this shit, man. Like, the fact that you already know about JK Distro is going to help a lot. So, like, Commander K, if you seeing this, bro, like, we're going to have to talk about this guy real soon, man.
And as you guys know, and as I explained, you know, in DC, we definitely put a little bit of funnel inside the weed. Yeah. It's only right. It's only right. It's the only way to go.
But they be memeing me on my channel because of that shit, bro.
Because you put the funnel in it?
Yeah, it's a couple guys in there all the time. As soon as I, like, pull a funnel out, they on, oh, this nigga put funnel on his dinner. Like, they be making jokes about the funnel, but I bet you, like, as time goes on, niggas gonna get hip to it.
It's spreading. It's definitely spreading.
In Florida, they call that shit beef and broccoli. I had a Florida nigga that came up and I was smoking with him one time. He was like, "Oh, y'all beef and broccoli, y'all shit too." I was like, "Beef and broccoli." He was like, "Yeah, put the tobacco on." I was like, "Okay, you hip. That's a bet."
I definitely get the reference as soon as you say it. You know what I'm saying? Beef and broccoli. I feel like somebody from New York would tell me that first, though.
Real shit.
I definitely feel like that would come from there.
Yeah.
But I definitely like this. It's clean smoking as usual. Well, I can't say as usual. This is my first time trying this from
it's Kush Kollectiv.
From Kush Kollectiv.
They based out of Rockville too, so they some local people.
Now that's dope right there. That is dope. You know, gotta support local businesses, but most importantly, we support black-owned businesses here on the Next Up.
That's real shit.
But yeah, man, this is alright right here, man.
You like the taste of it?
Definitely got a nice little. I could definitely taste like hints of. I think is that the strawberry that I'm tasting? It's hints like some fruity something that kicks with it.
It got a strong strawberry terpene to it. I really like the aftertaste on this shit.
See, and that's the trick. You put just enough funnel. That way, you still taste all your weed.
Yeah,
that's the trick. Some people just put too much funnel. That's their problem.
That be me sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Like, sometimes I be in a session with my niggas, and they like, "Bro, this a fucking chest buster right here."
I'd have been there.
Yeah.
The worst situation you could be in is letting somebody who's taking a break from smoking weed roll up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was the worst decision we made one time. Like,
proportion gonna be all fucked up.
Yeah, man, he literally took the last of the weed we had at the time, and he said, "Nah, let me roll this shit, bro. You know I've been out of commission." And he proceeds to brick 2 J's. I'm talking about brick.
God damn.
Brick. We had to sit them drinks out. I've had a brick J rolled inside the club for me, and we set that shit inside the club. We came back later, and somebody picked it up off a speaker.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and if you need ashtrays, I'm definitely going to link them below. This is a K-Bizzle exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lean it too much because it is ashes in here. I don't want to be the fool who spills ashes on myself.
But you be selling these joints? Or you got a link to them?
My girl makes them.
Really now?
Yeah, that's her hobby. She likes doing creative things.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to support them.
Yeah, that ashtray, this ashtray, this one, and this more.
Oh yeah, I'm a definitely have to.
She even has like a booty ashtray. So for y'all who want to look at some ass while you smoking your J's,
that
you know,
sound pretty good, guys.
Right there.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's what that helped this flick. She like doing creative shit, painting, just different shit. Yeah,
that shit make for a fun relationship too.
Oh, plus we play Xbox together.
That definitely makes for a fun relationship. Ladies, if you watching, play the game with your nigga. Don't bitch about it. It'll make everything that much better. I swear to God.
It will. It definitely will. I mean, yeah, I can't beat it because yeah. Sometimes she on my ass about, come on, let's get online, let's go play.
Yeah, see.
So I mean, shit, that's a free out for me, cause I probably was gonna get on that shit later anyway. But this definitely nice right here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's hitting. I'm gonna have to get some of this strawberry calls. I'm gonna have to try some more stuff from Kush Kollectiv. I need to find no more brands to go ahead and review their Delta 8s and shit. Cause I definitely been on the JK. You know, shout out to them. They've been good so far.
JK's the shit. Like dollar for dollar, like their value points, all that. Like, bro, JK definitely got it in the bag. Like out of most of the companies I've seen, but I do got a couple companies that's like really good. There's one called Hemp Cartels.
Mm-hmm.
I planned on bringing a purple Kush for you today, but that'll have to be another session. That shit, I was only able to smoke a J and a half of their stuff, and then I couldn't smoke no more for about a good hour.
I see, man.
And I smokes.
See, look, I've known this guy for so long. It's just amazing to hear now that he's a smoker. You know what I'm saying? For so long. You know, I've known this guy for damn near half my life now.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, he was the good guy out of us.
Yep.
Now he's the smoker.
So after 18, that's when I became a different person. I got in some shit I wasn't supposed to get into. I started smoking. Yeah.
That's how life be sometimes, man. A lot of stuff happen. I think one of the funniest smoking moments I've had though is when we went to a party bus one time.
Okay.
And I probably didn't smoke in about 8 months. I was definitely on a little break. And then we in like a session. Everybody's just right here in the session. We all smoking here in J's. We get down the bottom. We down at the harbor now, hitting J's. And one by one, people just start disappearing from the session. And then this girl ends up throwing up. So more people leave from the session. They try and get the girl right who throwing up and shit. Yeah. I'm just right there hitting like 2 J's. Next thing you know, I'm just like, damn, how the fuck did we end up inside the Cheesecake Factory?
God damn.
Like,
what y'all was smoking?
I probably hit about like 3, maybe 4 J's of sour diesel at the time. And first time I ever felt like I've had like a little blackout moment from smoking weed. Only time ever that I felt like, damn, how the fuck did I get here? But good thing was I was with Keon and I was with my cousin. Okay. And I literally wake up like, how the fuck did we get here? They both on one side and they're like, man, we went to go get bread for Shawty. And I'm like, man, this some good weed. This is some, I don't know what the fuck they gave me. This is some extreme weed right here.
Yeah, you had some exotic.
That had to be the Zod, the early Zod.
Yeah.
Or something.
That back in the day Zod, the good shit.
Yeah, this definitely is nice. As I tell my viewers, you know, you can see that aerodose of colitis start to kick in, which is just irritation of the iris and shit.
True shit.
You know what fucked me up one day? When I first found out what that was, I thought it was a lie. My niece came home from school like, hey, Uncle DJ got iridocyclitis. I'm like, nah, don't start lying on me. I ain't got none of that shit. None of it. Don't put it on me, because I ain't got it. She like, no, you do got iridocyclitis. Don't tell me I'm a lie. I even know how to spell it. I'm like, nah, you lying. Ain't even a word. And then, you know, she get into the definition. I'm like, nah, I do got iridocyclitis. You right. Every day.
Mm-hmm. Every day. So something I do on my channel, like now that you've hit like most of the J, are the effects starting to kick in?
Oh yeah, I've been started feeling it kicking in. All right. That's why I bring up the iridocyclitis for my listeners.
So
you can definitely tell.
I do 3 things. So I rate stuff based on potency, presentation, and flavor. So potency on a scale of 1 to 10, where you at?
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is definitely some gas. So I have to give this as you just do. 1 to 10, that's such a wide range when it comes to smoking. Right now, I would definitely say it's a 10. It's definitely hitting me. You could definitely feel within minutes of smoking the potency of the weed. So I definitely give it that. Presentation,
like how the buzz was when you
yeah, let's go ahead and show them a bud. I try to do that for them too, so y'all can see what it's looking like. Before it gets out of focus, I gotta get, you know, the closer I get, the more out of focus it's gonna get, just the way the camera set up. But y'all know I try to show y'all the nice buds.
They go a big joint.
Definitely has a nice strong odor, which again, as I explained to y'all, I'm a sucker for a good smelling weed. So if it's coming out the bag or coming out the package good, like it smells like strawberries. As I say, if it smells fruity, I'm definitely more inclined to purchase the weed anyway.
Oh, that's your preference too?
I mean, I just like that. It just, I like good smelling weeds. If the odor's right, I'm more inclined to purchase.
Cause see, like for me, I prefer the fruitier strains like this one. JK Distro, you showed me earlier. They blueberry yum yum. That's definitely one of my favorites. That's the best tasting flower to me that I've had, Delta
like,
8 wise.
Just straight out the bag, it smells like blueberry. So,
and y'all
I'm sold on that.
Y'all see, I'm not capping. Like for all y'all people that might be doubting me, you know, you see, I'm not capping about that shit, bro. Like the blueberries that shit is strong, and this Kush Kollectiv is hitting them too.
The Kush Kollectiv is definitely nice. It was a nice jet. Hey, that shit definitely hit nice.
I got one more J if you wanna.
You said presentation, potency, and what else?
Presentation, potency, and flavor.
Had really good flavor. You could definitely taste the hints of the strawberry within the J.
Yeah.
And he's ready to go for round 2 already. I mean, I guess light it up. Yeah, man. So far, so good. No complaints on my side. Delta 8 weed has been good weed. Yeah. And the fact I can have it shipped and delivered to my door,
right to your doorstep, man.
It just makes it better. You know, the convenience of having weed delivered to you. We are in new times, because I remember going to a trap in the middle of the night ain't always the best option.
It's not.
Even though, man, there is one trap house that was always great to go buy weed from. He was like an actual dispensary. And if you walked inside his house, you would never, ever, ever think for the first time going there, he's going to have like 30 different strands of weed inside of his house.
God damn.
Yeah.
Like that?
Like that. I'm talking about you walk in and it's like hoarders. Nigga edition. They got everything you can think of keeping. They don't throw nothing away. And
they got old receipts.
And then he'd come pull out these treasure chests. And it definitely had the treasure inside the chest.
Okay. Yeah, see, the person I used to get this shit from, like, it was cool, it was smooth sailing, but it's just sometimes, you know how it is when you got a weed dealer and like, yeah, man, I'll be ready in 15 minutes. And then, like, you hit him again, and then, like, an hour and a half later, he's like, yeah, I'm ready, come on through.
Yeah.
I got tired of that, and it's like, I'd rather go ahead and get this shit shipped to my door, it's exponentially cheaper than regular weed. You know what I'm saying? Like a pound from JK is what, like 7 something?
About 720.
A pound of weed is about what, 2-3 stacks?
I mean, depending on what you're getting, you know, you can shop around. You may can get some deals if you know some good people. Because I mean, when you start buying in bulk, the prices are gonna start coming down.
Very true. But just like, you know, dollar for dollar, like places like JK Distro, Utoya.
I haven't tried Utoya. That's my first time hearing that. You know, that's what I'm saying. I need some more brands to review.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, even in the audience, go ahead and drop some brands. I'm gonna go ahead and try them.
Yeah, definitely. And if y'all looking on my channel, go subscribe to this man. He's starting to do reviews. He got a music thing going on. Y'all see I started doing my intros and shit. But I rather like, you know, put on your shit because like you got balls in yours. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I actually got a couple reaction videos that was done recently.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean those came out actually pretty cool, man. I like how, you know, people was judging my music. I actually found a DJ the other day who asked me for more music and stuff like that. So I did after my performance in the club and shit. It's like, man, I never heard of you, but you nice. I was like, yeah, I got more too. That's the thing.
Yeah. So as time goes on, like y'all gonna hear like snippets of his music, especially like on my intros and shit. So y'all interested, go ahead and give him a follow. You feel me? And then at the same time, he part of the JK Distro family now too. So fuck with him.
I be trying, you know, man of a million hats. I be trying to wear all of them at once, and it's hard. But you know, I always got to take my smoke break. That's why we here on SmokeBreak. Yeah. And so how has the review life been for you? Pros and cons. What do you think's been your overall experience?
Mostly like pros. It's been dope because I've been meeting a lot of cool people. Other people have been popping up with their channels. We all been like supporting each other. Like my channel has become like a community. Mm-hmm. And like the people I've met, the places that I've been referred to, like I get a lot of recommendations for some really, really good stuff. And then, you know, as time has gone on, more companies have started to notice me. So they've been emailing me, hey, can you review our product? Hey, we're going to send you a care package. Or like JK Distro, they send me like all of the new strains. Like whenever something comes out, they on it. Like, all right, let's get him something in the mail. He going to review it. Like, and they sent me an ounce of the cherry pie Galactica. I got that in the mail earlier this week. So it's like, you know, like that part has been really good. The only bad part that I can say is you'll get like an occasional person who's like, you know, you lying about the review, you're not telling the truth, blah blah blah. You know. Other than that though, everything's been positive, man. Like they got commission for affiliate marketing. Mm-hmm. Free bud is like a smoker's dream.
It definitely is.
I just had one of my dreams come true about 2 days ago. I don't know if you heard of him yet. He got a strain on side of JK Distro's website called CBD Smoke Doctor.
Nah, I haven't heard of him.
So he got a strain on JK Distro called Power Diesel. Mm-hmm. Right. He's one of the main staples of like the Delta 8 reviewing community. He got like 4,000 or 5,000 subs so far. Mm-hmm. He finally noticed my channel, left a comment, left me a sub, and all that shit. And he's one of the main reasons I started my channel. So
that's dope.
The fact that he like finally noticed me, that meant a lot because it's like, bro, that means I'm going up. That means this shit is going right. Everything's going the right direction. Like nothing but positives. I feel like I'm finally doing the right thing after all this time me trying to figure out life. Like I feel like I'm going in the right direction for a change.
I mean, just to get to the people making comments, people gonna make comments about everything. One thing you have to realize with reviews, everything is subjective and opinionated. My taste buds and palates are not your taste buds and palates. The way weed may hit me may not hit you the same way. And that's something some people, you know, they just won't learn or won't get. That's why I wouldn't even, with some things like me making music, not everybody's going to enjoy my music. I can't expect everybody to love anything I sell. But if I'm selling something like my opinion or something, you know, I'm just worried about the people who do care about it. Because there will be people who care, but there's always gonna be haters. Oh, somebody got time on their hands all day, every day.
Yeah, just angry motherfuckers. Like it's like you ain't got nothing better to do but to come on my video and be mad about some shit. I don't even know you, bro.
like literally the argument underneath one of my other channel pages, because I do a lot of different content. If you go check out the other videos on the next up besides these SmokeBreak clips, you will see somebody actually sat there to argue with somebody else because they said, "Hey, I see you leave this comment on everybody's video about Sha'Carri Richardson," and they started to argue about that.
Oh shit. Motherfuckers be having time. They ain't got nothing better to do.
Yeah, so it's two things. It's one, the guy is just leaving that comment everywhere. I guess he's making people upset about it. And two, the other guy had time on his hands to go find him on my channel.
Right.
He didn't even sub, but he had time to go argue with somebody on my channel. Not even discussing my content. Just the guy's comment.
Just following the beef all through YouTube.
Which again, I mean, hey, if that's what they doing, I can't stop them. Run them views up, because I mean, shit. If you gonna run them views up, run up them views up.
And that's the thing. Like, the more comments they leave, the more engagement that is on your channel. That helps with your analytics.
So I mean, haters have their pop. They have their place in life. They want to be mentioned. They want to be included in the process. They, and most times, don't know how to get in the process.
Right.
Or they're not willing to try. Because guess what? You fail in everything. But you'll never fail if you don't try. Mm-hmm. You'll never have success if you don't try.
That's true.
So I feel you with that. And it's also dope. Like you said, you've been growing. You've been able to find new people. So I mean, I guess that experience of it has been cool. And you said you've been doing like collab podcasts and stuff now. So that's dope. That's dope. You still doing your gaming thing?
Oh, of course. Because of like recent life events, I've taken like a month off. But like I still play. I compete in the game tournaments and shit like that. So like eventually on my channel, like I know me and Just Ran said we're gonna get on the game and do some shit, but eventually y'all gonna see me like going out and competing at these offline majors and shit like that for Dragon Ball. So stay tuned.
Yeah, man, that's good right there, man. Like, you've been gaming forever. The fact that people can make money from gaming the way that they do now is amazing.
It is. We in a totally different time. Like, gaming itself has evolved so much, and like, I got a lot of flack for it. Like, coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wasn't a cool thing to do. You was a nerd nigga, you game, but now the game niggas is the ones making money.
I mean, but that's also something you realize. Street dudes played a lot of video games, just probably different video games. 2K's over, 2K Madden.
Niggas always gonna play 2K.
They've always been playing those.
Yeah.
But you've been killing them on like the Tekken. Them fighting games been your shit.
Yeah, since I was a little kid. I was about 4 years old when I started. So now that I could actually do it in a semi-pro setting, like I'm regionally good at that game. Like that's not easy, especially on the East Coast.
I mean, any type of competition never gonna be easy.
Yeah,
it's either gonna bring the best out of you or it's gonna break you.
Right.
But I mean, again, you gotta throw your hat in the ring. Some people won't even do that.
Nope. Cause they a lot of people, they too scared to like jump out there and do shit because they think they're not gonna do well, or they looking at how good somebody else gonna do. You go into a situation like I like my odds over anybody, then you good every time. Cause I like my odds over anybody in anything that I do. Like, and that's not even trying to be cocky. That's just like, you gotta know who you are, who your worth. I mean, what your worth is. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You gotta go in confidence so that you do well. And if you don't do well, you just got to take that shit on the chin and keep it moving.
Yeah. I mean, at one point in time, I felt like I was so good at Madden, I could call a score that I would get on somebody.
God damn.
I played one of my friends, Dre, one time, in probably like 5 games. And I told him every time, I'm going to beat you by a field goal. Then proceed to beat him by a field goal every time.
God dang.
Cause I feel like, yeah, I think I got a little rusty on that now. I don't know if I'm in competitive shape for competition in video games now. They just wiped me now.
Shit, life happens, yo.
It definitely does. Life happens fast.
We gotta get and that's the other thing too. Like I definitely want to leave this part on your channel for anybody listening. Don't get so caught up in surviving that you forget about doing what you are supposed to do, like what your purpose is or what it is that you actually want to do as, you know, a person. Because if you just get too focused on your career, too focused on just trying to get by day, you're never going to be great. It's not going to happen because you're going to go to work, you're going to have a job that you're not going to be happy, and you're going to forget about yourself.
Unless you find a job you love to do.
Yeah,
unless you're one of those lucky individuals who find something they love to do every day.
Right.
Which I would recommend. If you find your passion, you won't go wrong. And the secret to when you do go into your passion, you get really good at your craft, you will make money.
Yeah.
But you also have to get really good at your craft. You can't just have a passion for something and just be cool with it.
Yeah.
You gotta put the work in.
You gotta jump in with both feet. Every time. You can't be, halfway in, halfway out. You got a passion, like you gotta do that shit. Like when I started this Delta 8 thing, like when I started my channel just off that random shit a few months ago, I ain't have a passion for it, but I started having fun, and then the fun became a passion, and I was like, well, I can't look back now. Like people actually like this content.
Yeah, I mean, hey, and when something starts to catch and that ball gets to rolling, the worst thing you can do is stop.
Yeah. Like, when you have momentum, don't stop that shit.
In the words of the great Kanye, don't leave while you hot. That's how Mace fell off.
Hey, that's bars, bro. That's real shit.
That is definitely real shit.
Yeah.
Cause, hey, moments come. Like sometimes you'll have your moment and you'll let that shit pass, and then you realize, wow, I let that shit slip right out my hands because I wasn't willing to do the work at the moment for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was kind of me when I got to my entrepreneurship, and I was like, man, I've been planning and putting the foundation for my company together for years now. It's time for me to go full into it and make everything connect.
And what's your company again for my viewers out there that don't know you?
I have Next Up Media. Y'all can go follow that. Well, it's not Next Up Media on Instagram. It's just TheNextUp on Instagram. You can go to my page, check out all the different content we have. We have game shows coming that I'm producing myself. We have an eating show on the way.
Oh, like mukbangs and shit?
Nah, not like mukbangs. Like almost an eating the DMV type thing.
Okay.
So yeah, we about to start. We got a couple restaurants lined up that we gonna start hitting up and shit like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a couple moves. I also have the Daily District. That's my black news and opinion site. So if you want to keep updated on black news and opinions, you can go there to dailydistrict.com and learn some more from there. Yeah, I got podcasts that I'm producing. I just got a whole bunch of entertainment type stuff that I'm doing right now, and I've been laying the groundwork for this for a while. It's just nice to see the fruits of my labor just finally start to come together for it.
True shit.
And the biggest thing is the ownership. I'm always big on ownership.
Yeah.
I will take the long play. Like, this has really been a slow walking process to get to where I'm at, getting all the equipment, learning all the skills, doing everything as a one-man show. It gets tedious, it gets hard, but yeah, I like having control over shit I have control over.
Right.
And I'm not even a control freak, because if I could delegate to somebody who's going to do the job and I'm happy, it'll be perfect. But I just keep on ending up in situations where I have to learn how to be a one-man band. Even when it came to like music and stuff like that, y'all go check out DJTheParkBoy on YouTube. Learn how to engineer, the promotion stuff behind it, learning how to do press releases, learning how to receive publishing checks, because I get publishing checks every 3 months in the mail. Well, not in the mail, goes direct deposit, because we are in 2021.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get publishing checks quarterly now. I talk to so many musicians and they make music and they expecting shit to stick on the wall. And me, my plan was if I learned the music business, since it is a business, my goals may take longer because I'm trying to get things done a certain way, but I'm going to benefit from it. I want to get in the position of, I don't know if you ever heard of Tech Nine.
Yeah.
He's never on the radio, but he's always making money. He's always on the Forbes list. I would want to be in his position of Tech Nine.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be on the radio. I don't need to be on the Breakfast Club or anywhere else. It'd be nice.
Right.
But that ain't my end goal. I'm just trying to get to the money and have ownership.
And see, that shit like that is important, y'all. So like, I hope y'all taking notes on the stuff that he's saying, because it's like he making a moves of somebody that's gonna be very successful. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit. You just listen to other people's mistakes and the pitfalls they had, because they say smart people learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from others' mistakes. And if you want to be wise, you have to see where other people failed. And I didn't want to be one of, because I've been off of a record deal. I've turned down 2 record deals so far in my short career. And one thing that I've learned is I knew I would have been more upset taking the bag now.
Yeah, for like a shitty deal.
And not having control. Like, they wanted to buy my name from me.
Oh, no.
But you learn a lot of people end up in those type of deals.
Yeah.
So when the shit I wanted to push back on, I was willing to take the shortest amount of money to have the most amount of control. Because again, I had my record label set up. I actually have a business license for my record label. Okay. I'm going through the process of doing everything right. So yeah, me slow walking the process, it's going to take me a little longer, but I have control. And I know how to manage my own career.
And I think that's where a lot of artists get fucked up at, because like they take these deals and they're in them for a lot longer. They don't have the creative control that they want. They don't have the money that they thought they was gonna get, because they saw a big number and they jumped at it, and then that was it. They didn't understand it. Most of that money you're gonna be getting back, and you're not gonna be making most of the percentage off your profits anyway.
Like I just learned today that the Migos don't own their music, and it's not QC that owns it. It's another company that owns their music. Offset just went to go ring the bell for NASDAQ for the opening bell, and he was there with a company that's going public, and that's the company that owns their music. That's why he was there. So they probably took that bag now that later on in life they will regret, because what's his name? His name escapes me. The song that Nicki sampled for Anaconda. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Who the fuck was that?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Okay, yeah.
So from that song there, Sir Mix-a-Lot said that one song has generated over $100 million. That one song from his catalog has made over $100 million.
Holy shit.
Because when you start learning music business, you learn it's not just your initial royalties. Then you get into licensing, you get into sync deals, you get into things like that. And that's, I mean, as I had conversation with people, I'm gonna say I'm surprised, but it'd be like, man, is all this information out here for you to learn, and people don't grasp at it. Somebody would rather ask me to be their manager or teach them something than, you know, say, hey, this is my career. I need to take hold of this because I want to do this shit. Because, I mean, a lot of people's stories are they just keep dropping music and then one day they get lucky. But, I mean, you don't have to be lucky. You can make it a career and treat it as such. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, when he said he made $100 million from that one song, I had to go learn about publishing.
Yeah, because, shit, that seems like that's where the money is.
It's definitely more money, probably long-term, from the publishing, sync deals and things like that. Because if somebody even takes the beat and samples that beat, you're going to get money for that. I mean, Sting took what, like $15 million from Juice WRLD?
No, that was that Sting or was that Undertaker?
Sting. That Sting, them little chords at the beginning for that song, them little string chords from Sting's song. Everybody who uses that shit, he taxes them.
As he should.
And if you don't, because he was the production guy on that, them strings is him playing them strings. So he wants his money from it.
Oh yeah.
The problem with Juice WRLD and them is, again, it was a throwing shit at the wall that worked. Because he made the song, and I guess he ends up getting signed around that time and shit. And everything just took off. But the song made so much money in that little bit of time.
It's like, how could I not take something off top? That's my shit.
And if you end up sampling somebody's stuff and you don't have permission, they have all rights to take every single piece of profit from it.
Oh,
that's why you have to clear samples. That's why some songs don't make records or mixtapes don't end up on DSPs, because those mixtapes weren't made for profit, or they shouldn't have been made for profit.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That's why the music business be important. Knowing the do's and don'ts of any industry is important. Learning that the foundational pieces to it.
And that's why. Now, if y'all watch the podcast, what he just said goes into what I was telling y'all the other day with these Delta 8 companies and the news media, because the news media is covering it like they're doing illegal things, or they're not checking into, you know, who's buying it and what the actual like analytics of the product are. And
I definitely read something about that earlier too.
Right. And
they were worried that people under the age of 21 is buying it. That's why they just stopped selling Delta 8.
And it's possible because these companies are like, everybody's happy that, you know, Delta 8's legal, you know, and we're all fucking stoned out of our minds all the time. But what they're not seeing is that, like, okay, you can ask a nigga if he's 21 when he comes to your website, but are you verifying it? These people are not verifying it. There are some people who buy it without the COAs, and there are some tobacco stores that will sell it to you if you look like you're over 21 without carding. Those people are making it bad for the rest of us, because this is a very good thing.
It's a good thing, but I would also state those people, when I was underage, were the good people to go to when I was underage. Because guess what? Kids are going to get into shit. They're naturally going to get into shit. And there are workarounds to any of these legalities that they always have. Easy loophole: if I went to a liquor store and I could not get something from the liquor store, I go outside, offer somebody $5, and they go inside and buy whatever it is from the liquor store I wanted. So I mean, the argument that they're selling it to people underage, there's always loopholes. You can find somebody who'll do it for you outside of a store. I mean, there are always low lifes of the earth who will go ahead and do anything for minors. So to punish everybody else for, you know, those small select few of people,
it's the thing is this though, it's different because you found somebody that could buy it for you, so they're not jeopardizing the business really.
I know, man.
They're jeopardizing themselves.
There's a liquor store to this day right beside Howard University that everybody just goes there.
Right.
If you're a Howard student, you don't have to be 21. You just go to that liquor. They don't even card anybody. I've never seen them ask for an ID one time. We went to that liquor. I probably spent thousands of dollars in that liquor store before 21. I mean, when you think about it, liquor adds up.
They do.
It will add up. Anything gonna add up after you spend money on it. When you sit down and start
parties,
calculating,
like college parties, that's big money for liquor stores. Very big money.
I mean, so it's always gonna be people who gonna break the rules. It just sucks when you penalize everybody else for those small few people. They need to hire like some investigators and have the investigators go do their actual job. Yeah. Versus penalizing people. Somebody's supposed to go there and check to make sure they're not selling shit to underage minors.
And they also supposed to be like, okay, for example, now y'all can see, where are we? This thing right here, the QR code. You need stuff like that on your packaging so that if you don't have a certificate of analysis with it, you can scan something so that it'll take you to the page where you can see everything that's going on with your bud. You can see all the distillate in there. You can see the THCV, THCA, Delta 8, Delta 9 percentages, all of that. You need that. And if you don't have that and you're just selling it out of a shop, you need a QR code. Because like safety for your business, like everything about this package, like they got, if y'all read it, you probably can't see it from right here, but they have all the disclaimers and all the warnings and telling you not to operate heavy machinery and all that other shit. Like you need stuff like that so that the news media with their stigmas can't come in and say, hey, this shit is all illegal. You shouldn't be buying it when you have everything that government warning. You have the disclaimer for pregnancy, breastfeeding, you know, health issues, all of that.
Speaking on the thing for pregnancy, this is super random. So, I mean, I just got back from Vegas not too long ago. And then the bathrooms, they have signs up telling mothers not to drink because it's dangerous for their pregnancies. I find that so crazy that you have to tell mothers not to drink because it's bad for the child's health. I mean, even with the smoking thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to tell a pregnant person that.
You should not. Now, do you think if you know, whenever you get a seed in the oven, you know, you start cooking up one, are you willing to give up your smoking habits along with your girl?
That's a tough one.
Definitely a tough one because I'm not pregnant.
Yeah, I'm not the pregnant one.
We've actually had that conversation. And it was like, I mean, it'd be cool if you did it with me because it would kind of be a little, you know, we smoke together.
Right.
Which I got hit with, you know, because we do smoke together a lot. We smoke a lot together.
Right.
So it'd suck if I continue on smoking and you just, that first week gonna be tough. You're gonna be right there like, wow. And then week 2 come around and I'm still blowing down. Like,
you just have to do it in a place where she can't smell it. When she can't see you smoking it.
I think I try though. I mean, I've given up weed for periods of times in my life before. Like,
yeah. But
when I smoke, I'm smoking.
Right. And that's my thing. And it's like, I do think once the kid is here, I probably will like have to curb it because I don't want my kids seeing me or smelling that shit on me. You know, or like if I have to take the kid anywhere and I smell like some pack, you know, that's gonna be an issue. So, I mean, once the kid is here, yeah, but I don't know if I could curb it just while she's pregnant. Like, you just gonna have to be away from me. It depends though. I've given up weed before myself, so.
See, after my kid born, I don't give a fuck what anybody else's opinion is. You know, that's my child. I will raise my child the way I want to raise my child.
True shit.
Because the way society will want me to raise my child now makes me question life sometimes.
Shit, same here.
There are literally parents who will have a child and say, "Hey, you can pick your gender." No.
Nah, fuck that.
No.
I'm not with that.
That's just me setting my child back for jokes and things like that. I've been a child. I know how life is for kids. And if you ain't the cool kid, you will get picked on.
And we went to the same high school. We ain't really get picked on, but we wasn't like really the cool kids either. We was in our own lane.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I definitely did. I won a lot of shit. I was homecoming king. I was prom king. I was pretty popular. You know what I'm saying? I played on the basketball team.
Right.
You was just my homie.
Yeah.
I mean, and you more so stayed to yourself, though. So you were more of a, you know, you had your family there. So you more so stayed to yourself.
Yeah. And
I was really pretty popular, man.
I ain't really fuck around with a lot of people in high school. I ain't like a lot of them motherfuckers.
Everybody was cool with me.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like, I don't know if you remember, like, when we did, like, SGA elections.
Oh, yeah.
I had 2 people run against me. I did no ads. Niggas was giving away candy and shit.
Yeah.
And I still blew their ass out the water.
Because you was the most logical pick, to be honest. Everybody else was like, I don't know if I should do that.
I actually talked to Chica the other day.
Oh, yeah?
That was one of the people I ran against.
Good old Chica. I remember her.
Yeah. Good times, man. I think she's doing like social work, something like that. It's always interesting to see what people get into in life.
Yeah, after high school, it's very interesting to see, you know, where people went. I'll put it like that.
One thing that I did learn from after high school is majority of the women had kids.
Yeah. And
the guys, no. Not so much.
Yeah, I know. They got knocked the fuck up, right? I ain't gonna lie.
It's like, man.
They bitter baby mamas now, a lot of them.
I don't want to throw that bad bone on all of them, but yeah, there are some of them.
There are some.
No. I always find that amazing, especially when you find out what 51% of black males over the age of 18 have no kids.
Yep.
None. And when I get older, I figure that out. Like, it's the small portion of guys that I know who has multiple baby mamas. And then I go to those baby mamas, and they usually got more than one baby daddy. I say, oh, it's just that pool of people right there.
Yeah.
As soon as they start popping them out, they just get to going, you know?
Yep. And that's the thing. One nigga, multiple baby mamas. And a lot of the times, the baby mamas, they was either friends or they knew of each other. All these bitches are competing for the same man a lot of times. Top 10%, or they competing for Pookie and Ray Ray. It's just...
My man been in the manosphere, huh?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Speaking of the manosphere, how do you feel about the Fresh and Fit situation from them?
Them niggas is frauds, bro.
Cause I did a whole, I had a guest on for my show. I got a show called The Lime Show for his audience who don't know, and for the people who just come in for the SmokeBreak stuff. Go watch some other content.
Go follow them.
But yeah, I definitely had a conversation about that. Like, Myron has no game. No game.
No game at all. And then the other
it's sad
guy,
you have to use coming onto your show in order for you to get pussy.
Yeah.
And it's not even using your show to get pussy. I have no problem with that. Because guess what? When you have clout, you have access to pussy.
Yeah.
My problem with him was you selling dreams to all these young males while you out here telling the girls, hey, look, now I offered you an opportunity. Now you got to bust it down.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
You can't be out here doing that. Like,
nah. And you talking about game and all that shit, bro? And then they was talking all this reckless shit too, talking about they was going to box the nigga Preach and all that. And
I had that conversation with somebody, and I was like, I wish they would stand up to some of the words they say, because one of the phrases they use is, for the alpha women, y'all always so aggressive, you get loud, you get up in the man's face, because you're not expecting the man to do something to you. But when it comes to man and you speak to a man a certain way, you always know there's a threat of violence.
Yeah.
So you got to know how you speak to other males. And to see them back out of that fight, man, they went out bad.
Especially when you started it.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody die on YouTube in a week so fast.
Yeah, that bad. Like they lost so many subs, and now it's like their sub count is kind of staying the same because like people want to see drama, but then a lot of people that been there, they leaving because they like, these niggas is full of shit, bro. And they had a lot of good content. Like,
they definitely did.
You know, Myron's candy store analogy.
Oh yeah, being the candy store.
That shit is undefeated. Like, logically, it's undefeated. It's
a really good analogy. But he also, I found out he steals most of his talking points. I mean, I already saw him take like Kevin Samuels' talking points.
Of course.
Because I found them after I found Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels put most people one of them.
But boy, yeah, it was the clip when he went on there and got into it with the girl from like OnlyFans, something like that.
The white chick, right?
Yeah. From that clip, that's how I believe I found them.
Yeah.
But boy, they went out bad. So, who's some of the people you listen to in the manosphere? I think for me, it's only about like 3 people that I would even say I go to and listen to, even though I know it's a shit ton of more. That'd be MTR.
Oh, Mediocre Tutorials. That's my man.
He reminds me of you.
Yeah.
He reminds me of you.
I appreciate that. That's a compliment.
You have him, O'Shea Duke Jackson.
I just started listening to him. I just like he the nigga with the he be having his face looking all funny on top of other shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
O'Shea, I would just recommend him, not even just for manosphere stuff. He is funny, and his production value is really good for when it comes to his content. Like, he blow people out the water, in my opinion. And then Kevin Samuels, he's the OG.
That's the Godfather, man.
Definitely is.
You listen to Stuff Is Cold?
I've heard of him.
He puts out some pretty good shit, but I ain't gonna lie, it seemed like, and this shit gonna hurt to say, especially on cam, but it seemed like, you know, there are times where it's like he just seems so angry, and it's like he got the red pill rage still. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it seemed like. I know like he's very knowledgeable, but it seemed like he's enraged with certain stuff.
See, my thing with the red pill is it should be mostly for men to focus on building themselves up. Because again, the same thing I said earlier, you focus on something and you work on that something every day and you put some effort towards it, you will get better rewards in anything.
Oh yeah.
Like, one, there in the world, there are a billion more women than there are men.
Of course.
So, logically speaking, as a man, you have more options. And if you want to get to better options, work on yourself as an individual.
Right.
Because, I mean, you just keep on shooting at the same circles you've been shooting at. Just won't get the same results.
Right.
I mean, some people really don't put work into themselves. They don't try to strive to be more. And if you try to stay in that same place as I'm just going to be the average guy and live life, that's cool too. But you're probably going to run into a certain amount of options. And some of the people with red pill things that I've seen, is one thing they just got like not compilation videos, but just like a whole bunch of different like one-stop shop of different people shit. Mm-hmm. Some people I'll be like super angry at women. Like I've been hurt by women.
Me too.
But I probably hurt women too.
I have to.
I mean, it's emotions is a tricky thing. And to have the job to always try to keep somebody happy is a hard job to have. Definitely. On both sides of the coin. Some people are way more needy than other people.
Well, I can't say it seems like, and see, I'm not taking nothing away from Steph when I say it seems like he's angry, because he spits like factual shit like all the time. But some people are more needy, but it's just I feel like women nowadays are requiring more but willing to do less.
I won't say that they require more, because naturally women always look for providers. I would say the thing with it is the type women want traditional relationships.
Yeah.
They just don't want to have to be more so traditional women.
Right. And it's like, well, you're not just gonna get my provision and my protection just because you exist and because you're fucking pretty or something. That's not how that works. You got to be bringing some shit to the table too.
Yeah, I mean, I won't even say it gets tricky. Like it's kind of simple. Like modern women have changed a lot.
Yeah, and it's bad.
I had that conversation with my niece because I was like, 20 years ago, women would never dress the way they do now. And her response was, what about like when girls was going to the clubs and stuff? I said that was the setting that they were going to.
Yeah.
But for younger women, they weren't wearing the extra tight jeans. They weren't trying to dress like they mom. Now some kids dress like adults.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to them, well, I won't say it's been the same as the guys, but for like some women, like they do present themselves as older. Because I guess some guy saw my niece and he tried to holler at her. And my sister was like cursing him out. And I'm like, I mean, I understand she's getting older. She's becoming a young woman. I hate that motherfuckers look at my niece. I don't want no man to look at my niece. She's just too precious to me. She's always going to be my baby. But as you get older, more people are going to, run, try and holler or shoot their shot.
Yeah. Quick break, y'all. He got to go run to the door. How you doing?
Right here.
We back, y'all.
But yeah, man, it's tough because I don't want her to get older at all. But that's the thing that happens with life.
Yeah. It's inevitable at this point, and it's like, I just think that if people would dress their age, like when we was kids, we was kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I see kids now and they're like, I don't know, they just seem so grown, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like I done seen these little ass girls, and they walking with their parents and they have like why are you 5 and you dressing like somebody that's like 16? Why you got this makeup on this little ass kid? Or like the little dudes, why you're 6 years old, why your pants sagging, bro? Like,
I never understood the pants sagging thing anyway. I mean, for anybody who considers themselves a street dude, or you came up in the hood and you knew people who went to jail or prison, and you find out pants sagging means you're ready.
Yeah, and it's like, nigga, like, y'all idolize motherfuckers that go to jail. So, like, if you gonna idolize motherfuckers that be going to jail, bro, you gotta know the rules that's in there, because that's what half of y'all striving to go. Like, you know it means that, like, all right, your pants sagging, that means you available, nigga. Go ahead, bend over.
Hey, that may be somebody's goal. But, you know, that was just always a crazy trend for me. I never understood how that one even caught on or latched the way that it did.
Man, it's like, why you want to have your ass out, bro? You need a breeze back there.
I just never understood. I couldn't walk around with my ass out like that, man. It would make me feel weird. I probably have to judge myself. Because, I mean, I came up around underneath my uncles, and all of them were in the streets. They sold drugs. They've been in and out of jail, in and out of prison, all of that. All my uncles probably did prison time, long prison sentences, minus one. Well, two. Minus two of them. So that's 4 that did. So, I mean, shit. But yeah, they've been in and out of prison. So, me knowing that thing, or just learning any of the other prison things, like coke in the shower, that was a wild one for me.
Coke in the shower?
Oh, yeah. So, first time I ever learned about that was from Boosie.
Shit. My man Boosie.
Shout out to Boosie, man. Yeah. Shout out to Boosie. But he said he didn't know what it meant, and he walked in. If there's a coke right there in front of the shower, it means there's 2 dudes in there fucking.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he didn't know what it meant, and he walked in, and he said it scarred him. Because he had to learn the rules of prison.
So for y'all street niggas that's striving to go to jail, y'all got some education.
There's cokes waiting for you at the shower.
Yeah. Walk around with your pants below your ass. Be one of them shower coke niggas. But man, as far as the manosphere though, Kevin Samuels, that nigga, he's goated.
He definitely is.
MTR, I think, provides a very good balance between, like, you know, the red pill and actual, like, how shit is supposed to be. Because, like, red pill is definitely necessary. You know, as, you know, a lot of people didn't come up with a dad or like a strong male figure in their life, and they need that sense of guidance from people. But I do think some of the areas are kind of like toxic, and I think MTR provides like a really good balance for that. AMS, he was pretty much like the first person I saw. I don't know if you know Alpha Male Strategy.
I've definitely heard of Alpha Male Strategy.
He's definitely very informative. Steph is cold too, very very informative, and like shit, I need to work out. Like that nigga will motivate the fuck out you. Real shit. Like he always talks about the importance of building your body.
Your body is your temple.
Yeah.
Definitely is. And what you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. That's why we have an obesity problem in America.
Our portions, like when people come over here from other countries, they look at our portions and they're like, oh, that's why y'all niggas are so fat.
Yeah. And choice in things we decide to eat.
Yeah. All grease.
For all the talks about the poverty in America, as I love to say on my show, we have the richest poor people ever.
Oh yeah, hood rich.
Nah, not hood rich. We had literally, if you're an American, you're in the top 10% of the world. Of the world.
Oh well, yeah, I see what you're saying on that. Yeah.
So from that lens, even if you're poor in America,
you rich somewhere else.
Not even that. You have access to certain things. I mean, I grew up in areas that have food deserts, which if people don't know what a food desert is, that means you don't have a grocery store within a mile of where you live, which there are plenty of places in America that's like that.
Yeah.
But even in those cases, I mean, if that's your situation, you're hitting grocery stores anyway, you can go get some healthy food. For the people who do make it to grocery stores, you can have healthier options. People just tend, like you said, Friday food. I love fried food. I'm a black guy. I love soul food. Right. The soul food is terrible. Terrible for me.
Soul food.
But am I gonna put the chicken down?
Hell no.
Nah, am I gonna put the mac and cheese down? No.
It's all moderation, really.
That's what it becomes. Moderation definitely becomes important in that aspect.
Yeah. It's definitely moderation because, like, if you just have all grease and all fried shit all the time, then of course, like, if you stick to and that's the thing, the food desert shit. The grocery store will be like miles out, but it's McDonald's, KFC's, Burger King's, Taco Bell, all over the fucking place. Carry outs, shit like that. Corner stores with all the snacks, all that shit. Right down the block, you could walk to it. But the grocery store with the lettuce and the greens, the fucking broccoli and the goddamn everything else, the apples, oranges, that shit's miles away. Niggas ain't got no car out here.
I mean, but even when those are the cases, I understand if you fall into those cases. But for the people who do have those options,
go take
which is probably the majority of the people who end up overweight,
go to the store, bro,
and go work out.
Yeah. I've
been trying to tell my followers I'm trying to get my fat ass back in the shape.
Same here, man.
Man, I've been jogging. Your first time going back jogging, I try to push myself. That's one thing I've learned when I work out. I have to push myself to go further and go longer than somebody else would. Man, after you done running, I feel like there's nothing left in me.
Nope.
Like, I just be done. I definitely need to get into the gym though, start lifting some weights and shit.
But that's gonna be a little more difficult as time goes on if they keep on going on track with these vaccine mandates. Like, cause I'm not taking that shit. And if everywhere else follows suit, like New York and California, and they mandate you to have a vaccine before you go and do anything, it's gonna get tough. I'm gonna have to do some calisthenics or something.
It's definitely gonna get tough with them trying to mandate the vaccines, especially for black people.
Yeah,
they're going to kick a lot of people out of the workforce.
They definitely. And
the only problem with a vaccine mandate is we're already going through a labor shortage in America. We have a food shortage coming up because of the labor shortage that's continually becoming a exacerbated problem for Americans. Something I talk about on my Lime show is for instance, like Nando's. Nando's has shut down like 60 restaurants because of shortage in chicken.
Oh, wow.
Or, for instance, we go to Starbucks all the time. Starbucks hasn't had strawberries in months.
Wow.
Some places don't have lids. Depending on where you go. Like, food shortages are coming. But is it on the news every day? No. It's not. Because they want to make the economy look so rosy. And it's not that right now. So I don't know how long term the mandate's going to work when they already got labor shortages. There's so many jobs available for people to get. So many jobs. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, that's rough.
For instance, like with the COVID restrictions anyway, like meat packing and all that, they said they can do like 1/20th of the capacity because you gotta have social distancing. So where they usually would have people packed in working side by side, now you gotta have them distance and working in shifts.
Apart, yeah.
So that's another thing that's causing like shortages to what we have in a lot of things. And hyperinflation is here. It's already been here. Used cars prices through the roof. Food places, you're probably starting to see them price increases now. Gas has been high. Yeah, man, hyperinflation is here. The economy is wicked. It's so wicked because it keeps going up every day, and the bubble's just waiting to really be popped.
Yeah. And for those of y'all who, you know, if you haven't gotten into crypto, if you haven't gotten into stocks, like, that was something that you should have definitely gotten into a little while ago, because that's extra income when the shit crashes, you buy more, and then you know it's gonna go back up eventually. Take your profits and then reinvest your initial shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta in this day and age, you have to have more than one way to make sure that you're okay. You have to.
Passive income.
Passive income, yes. Yeah.
Compound interest in the right accounts.
Yeah.
Important. I mean, just learning how money works.
Yeah,
is important.
and that's something that I didn't know about for a really long time. Like I learned last year. Last year, I just found out about fucking certificates from Navy Federal.
Oh, CDs.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, for those of y'all, I know everybody that watch me ain't 21 like you supposed to be. But for those of y'all that's like younger and you ain't really set up, like put yourself some money in the certificate, because when you save it, you get interest on top of that. So you're gonna be saving your money in one thing, and then it's gonna be making you money in another account.
The first CD I actually got, I don't know if you remember Miss Leonard.
I do.
Remember we had to write papers on the stock market?
Yeah, yeah.
She ended up submitting those papers to a competition, and I got selected for the competition.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that, but yeah, I was the regional winner. They had my name in like little flyers and shit, and I had to go out Towson for a day for the award ceremony and shit.
Okay.
But yeah, they gave me a certificate deposit that day. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like I didn't even sign up for this competition. So shout out to Miss Leonard.
Yeah, shout out, man. One of our old high school teachers.
Yeah, man. That just seems so far, so long ago.
I know. And it's like I've known this dude for like it's been over a decade now. Like I knew him since I was 14.
Yeah.
I'm 29 now.
Yeah.
Half our life, bro.
Long time.
Very long time. So I mean time has flown by. It really has. Like, but I'm glad we got to link up again, because like, you know, we're very like minded, and I don't like being around people who have that stuck mentality, and people that are like just, you know, just brainwashed by everything and don't really see the stuff that's going on in front of them. Like you got a very successful mentality. You know what I'm saying? You're aware, you're awake. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate shit like
you
that.
gotta have a rich mindset in order to get to actual riches.
Yeah,
because I mean, having money comes and goes.
It does.
It's easy to make it. It's easier to blow it.
Yep.
But to maintain and to grow, you gotta learn how to spread it like shit, because shit makes things grow.
It does. Fertilizing that motherfucker.
But yeah, man, this has been a great episode of the Smoke Break. This has been the longest episode of the Smoke Break, of course, because I got a special guest right here.
Hey man, it's good to be here, bro.
So we're gonna have this up on, you know, everywhere for you to go, listen, watch, learn, as it always should be. But it's your boy DJ TheParkBoy.
It's Carnage 202.
And we out.